Upon initial contact with Ice-T's music, I had envisioned him to be an ill-mannered and psychologically unstable man with an extremely uneducated and barbaric frame of mind, whose raps displayed nothing but ridiculous jargon, shocking sexual audacity, and repulsive images of the ghetto. However, after further analysis of his music, I can deduce that he is the epitome of anti-disestablishment terrorism, who embodies the entire spectrum of the urban experience and struggle. But to make things more plain and simple to the layman, I find Ice-T to be the dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
Welcome to the Ice-T Final Level Podcast, featuring your co-host, Mick Benzo, and your host,
Ice-T.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is Final Level Podcast number 14. Mick Benzo, we are live on the Mayhem motherfucking fest. How did you manage to hook this up, man?
Man, check it out, man. You know what happened? You missed out on two of them because you've been working really hard, man.
Yeah, we've been out here on the road.
And people been asking, so I talked to the production crew, and they say, you know what? We can give you guys a booth. Plus, there's a lot of bands out there that y'all guys can actually interview. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to get that to y'all tonight.
That's gangster and stuff. So right now we're on the Mayhem Fest. We are in, where we at, Michigan?
Yeah, Detroit.
Now you
baby.
know I'm on
Detroit.
tour because I don't know where the fuck
We're in
I'm at.
Detroit. We're in Detroit.
And we got a couple of
City.
the bands that that we made friends with out here on the tour. Next to us, we got lead singer from Upon a Burning Body. They out of Texas.
Okay.
Okay. And then we got the lead singer from Ill Niño. Who's that?
Christian from Ill Niño. What's up, everybody?
So these were the two bands that we scooped up just on the way to production. You know, we've made friends with lots of people out here. You know, the Upon a Burning Body guys, they got a crazy set. When I first saw these motherfuckers dressed up like a boy band, I was like, who the fuck are these little motherfuckers? And they
Oh, you thought it was the Backstreet Boys?
They
the
wrecked
Backstreet
shit.
Boys
I
reunion?
loved it. And they came out. So they're on deck. You're gonna hear them. We're gonna interview them and talk to them later on in the podcast. But you know, when you come out on a festival tour like this, it turns out to be like camping. And you're not gonna make it if you don't make friends. You just gotta make friends. And all musicians know. You get influence. You watch everybody. You pick up a little this, a little that. It's not stealing. It's called influence. You know, you bite somebody's set, you can be in trouble. But everybody out here is learning a little bit. You know,
Everybody's getting inspired.
Fight each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's good. That's good because we get to the venues at like 11, and we really can't leave until almost 1 in the morning. So there's nothing else to do but listen to the music. So you find yourself going up for other people's sets and enjoying it. And that's what's happening at Mayhem Fest. But right now, you are listening to the Final Level Podcast, number motherfucking 14. Thanks to everybody that's been down with us, Mick Benzo. It's growing,
I appreciate it. It's getting big, man. Y'all keep it locked where it's at right now. We got two of them in the building. Iceberg. Let's kick this shit off, man.
This is Final Level Podcast number 14, and this is sports.
Oh, shit. My nigga Carmelo Anthony stayed with us in New York, man.
Carmelo stayed with New York.
You motherfucking
LeBron is
right.
going back to Cleveland.
And wait a minute, how they gonna go back to Cleveland? They burned his fucking jersey. They're gonna reburn the
There's
jersey.
people digging them jerseys out of the trash can.
Oh,
and
shit.
LeBron is that dope. When
LeBron
LeBron
is back.
say he wants to come play for you kiss his
LeBron
ass.
is back, baby.
Yeah. So
But
that's the big news in basketball.
nah, big news again. I'm gonna repeat it, nigga. Carmelo Anthony is back in New York, motherfucking
But if
city.
you don't live in New York, nobody really gives a fuck about
We don't
that.
care. Look, that's the mecca of NBA.
Okay, you
That's
give
the
a fuck.
mecca. That's the mecca of NBA, baby. That's the
Straight
mecca.
up.
You're from New York?
Born and raised in New York City, brother.
Come on,
what's
man. That's
up.
the mecca,
what's up,
baby.
man.
Without us, David Stern lived there with us. He don't live in LA with y'all.
You a funny dude.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
You
Can
a
I
funny
can I
dude.
can I add can I add Upon a Burning Body San Antonio the champs again?
Good one.
They just shut the whole conversation down.
I ain't
San
mad at
Antonio.
you.
Danny shut us down. Hey, but you know what? On another note, we weren't able to really comment because we were traveling. Our bus was breaking down and shit out here, so we didn't get to do the podcast. But let's speak on the World Cup.
Oof.
The World Cup.
Well, I said whoever beats the U.S. would win the whole thing.
Oh, that what you
anyway.
said?
That's what I said.
And why didn't we bet on that?
I wasn't at the casino.
Oh, you a funny motherfucker. You a funny.
Y'all been taking my money.
I was betting on Brazil.
Y'all been taking my money on the bus anyway, man. Since we gonna talk tour, let's talk behind the scenes. On tour buses.
No, wait a minute, man. No, Mick.
Why I can't?
Why? Because I just started off saying we gonna talk about the damn World Cup, and you about to turn it into a crap game.
Oh shit!
The game that we're playing on the bus. I know where you're going with it, but we got a Brazilian here now.
Right on.
How do they feel about that? I mean, how was that?
Well, they feel horrible about it. You know, a lot of people are probably going to lose their lives over it.
Because y'all did decapitate a motherfucker down there, right? Y'all did cut the
Y'all known
arms
for
and the
doing
legs
that. And the head.
It happens. I heard you guys did that too, though.
No, we didn't do that. Brazilians did that. A referee.
Yeah.
No, but for real though, Brazil is kind of like the Yankees.
Oh, we're the best.
Soccer.
We're the fucking best.
But like I said earlier, Ice, you gotta let the Germans win, or else they get
Man,
really
but let
angry.
me tell you, man, I've been to Brazil quite a few times, and if Brazilians lost, I wouldn't feel comfortable down there
Right now.
till that World Cup was over. I'm like, okay, all the Jack boys is coming up. They like, we ain't gonna do nothing until we lose. Now we're gonna come rob all you motherfuckers. But but it was a great World Cup. I mean, I think I got more into soccer or football.
No, I did too.
This year than ever.
I never really paid too much attention to it, but like you said, we spoke on this before because we don't play those kind of games on our block, so we don't think we're supposed to watch those kind of games. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that's dope. And it's the biggest, most popular sport on earth.
Yeah.
So, United States, we got a lot of arrogance about us. We think we on top of everything, but obviously we're not. We ain't, but we did make it into the World Cup, and we had a decent showing.
Yeah.
Even though
the US
nobody
team
on
was
our
great,
team was really from the United States.
Why tell
Right.
everybody?
But listen, we're a multicultural society anyway. You know,
Yeah, but they was
I mean,
grabbing
it's the
motherfuckers from
nature.
Germany. What's your name? Your mother? Your father? Can you kick? But
You're
your
a
father's
US.
sister was from L.A., right? Well, then you're American, motherfucker. Bring your ass over.
U.S. coach is German.
Motherfucker can't speak English and nothing. They bring him in, man.
Right,
We
we'll
need
give
somebody.
you a green card. It's all good, man.
Yo, we're just getting started, man. We're
I
just
think we
getting
were
started.
cheating, though. We were cheating. But, our hats go off to Brazil. Definitely, we give respect to Germany for winning. There's no way you can cheat your way through the World Cup. I feel sorry because I know people was getting tired. You could see they was getting hurt out there, and then you got to keep playing. You got to keep playing. So that's respect to everybody that watched the World Cup, all the nations. I think that's one of the beautiful things is that we competing out there doing. Instead of throwing bombs at each other, motherfuckers just go play sport.
having a competition
That's what
sport.
it is. That's what I call this out here. To me, this is musical World Cup.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Everybody's playing from different areas, different places, and everyone's trying to compete to do as good as they can.
Yeah, everybody's trying to be the best of the day.
Kick that ass.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And that was sports. Okay, this is Final Level Podcast number 14. What's happening in the news?
Oh shit!
You heard about the plane?
Plane, yeah.
No, this
man, I heard the Russians shut that down.
Ain't that a bitch? The Russians shooting shit out the sky? Passenger planes?
First they said it was missing.
Unbelievable.
Then they claimed they said it was shot down.
Yeah. By the,
and that was
the
another
Interior
Malaysian
Minister's
plane.
Facebook. So don't know the credibility of Facebook.
Yeah, we don't do gossip, but the plane is definitely on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And it
for
definitely
sure.
got shut
Now,
down.
this is the same airlines, Malaysia?
Malaysia.
I don't think I want to ride
that's-
Poor
that.
country, poor.
That's what kind
I don't think I'm riding
I
that.
don't think they're going to be existing pretty soon.
So that what
Who
does
wants
that
to fly
say
Malaysia
about the
Airlines?
other one? Do you think it got shot down too?
That's questionable. They never found it.
They never found no pieces
was-
of a big old goddamn
So what was it?
757.
Who was it actually? Was it Russia or was it the Ukraine? Who shot it down?
Well, they're saying it was the
Russian
Russians.
separatists, apparently.
Yeah, and then and then the Russians are saying it was the Ukrainians. So who do you trust?
You know how that goes.
You know?
280 people, 15
Unbelievable.
crew. That's crazy. They're just busting, letting off rounds at passenger jets. I wonder what Obama got to say about it. He don't want to fuck with the Russians, though. Them motherfuckers.
Are you kidding me,
You
man?
can't threaten the Russians. You threaten them, they be
He
like,
already did.
What
What are you talking
Yeah, but
about?
he threatened them. They're like, whatever,
Are
get
you-
at me.
He hasn't
Pull
reacted
some
on it.
sanctions on them.
He hasn't reacted.
Obama put some sanction on it. He ain't
Russia?
being.
Russia
Yeah, he
got
did.
everything they
Sanctions
need,
ain't gonna
man.
do
That
anything.
ain't gonna
I heard
help
they
them.
weren't allowing any more Kit Kats to be.
But anyway, we gonna get to the bottom of this. But the fact that they shooting passenger planes out of the air, We must agree that ain't fly.
Nah, that's a tragedy.
No.
And as far as me getting on Malaysia Air, I don't care.
Not doing
Ice,
it.
we got a show for you, $500,000. Where Malaysia, and how we gonna chill? They busting at that particular.
Even for them to make a statement like we didn't know it was a passenger jet and all that, it's kind of unrealistic if you think
Fuck,
about
you know,
it.
a fighter is that little, a passenger jet is that big. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
And they're all tagged and coded, everything that's in the air. So
Okay, well, we're out on the Mayhem Fest. We had nothing to do with that jet. We're just still concerned about bullshit like this in the world. This is what we make our music about. And
I'm worried we're gonna have to cancel the Russian tour.
oh shit, you guys are going to Russia?
We were supposed to in November. Yeah.
9 shows.
I've been to Russia. They don't let girls in the hotel rooms.
Oh, that's not true.
That ain't true.
That's not true. That's
Nah,
not
they
true.
oh yeah, they do.
That's not well. Maybe at the time you went, but last time
Yeah, he is
we
a little
went, they
older,
did.
right? He's a little older.
Yeah, it was tight out there, but I had a good time. We played in Red Square and did the whole thing out there. I did this thing with Russian MTV. It was weird, but it was cool.
The Russian fans, the kids,
They're
you know,
crazy.
they know what time it is. You know,
So
they're
that's
in
the
the
problem
now.
with politics, right? It's like we could be at war with somebody, but if you meet the kids are cool. That's
Very
the
cool.
difference.
Especially with the internet. And there are probably some listening right now on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Kids don't care about the politics. They just want to see their favorite band.
Exactly.
And I just had one write to me, asked me a bunch of questions. He threw in, "What do you think about Ukraine?" And I said, "Hey, I'm fortunate enough to travel around the world that I get to see all these different cultures and places. And the truth is, we're really not that far apart from each other."
You know, one of my policies always been, whenever I go someplace, I never deal on their particular issues because it's not my issue.
Yeah.
You know, I'll talk about LA, I'll talk about what pertains to me, but I don't go to Brazil and get into Brazilian politics. That's that, and then jumping on a jet and leaving.
Right,
You know?
right.
I don't do that. I'm talking about me, and if it relates to you,
Sure.
it's a good policy. You
Yeah.
know,
Ah,
go
great
to
policy,
Russia
man.
and start yelling about their government. You might not get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You know?
We had our first time in China.
Yeah.
Our promoter rep named Aldi. We were about to go on stage for the first time. He's like, "Please, no speak politic."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Why not?" And he just did the gun symbol to his head. Goes,
I got that. I got that.
Yeah.
It's a double-sided
like-
coin. It works both ways. Like when you're overseas, like people hate on us because we're Americans, and
Right.
you know what I mean. Anybody that comes from here, they're just like automatic hate. Like, oh man.
Have you guys ever played Singapore?
No.
All right, when you're on the plane, you're getting ready to arrive there, it says any drugs offenses are punishable by death. And it has death in red letters, right? So I found out you can go to jail for not flushing the toilet or chewing gum and shit. So I had the most tame show ever. I'm usually like telling people to tear shit up. I'm like, okay, put one hand over your head. You know, don't break any of the furniture. I just
Everybody
wanted
clap,
to get
clap.
the hell off the stage and get out of there. I thought we were gonna be captured and held, you know, over there in Singapore. It was heavy. And well, anyway, back to the Malaysian airplane. One shot, I think that means two shot, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And that was news. This is Final Live Podcast number 14, and this is TV. I'll do the TV segment, gentlemen. This is what's going on. Everybody's worrying about if Ice-T's coming back to SVU. Yeah, I'm coming back, motherfucker. That's my day job. You understand what I'm saying? It's buying me a lot of cars and affording me a lot of fly shit. But we went out here on this rock and roll fest. We jump-started Body Count. It's doing really good, and we're going to be doing this all the way till the end of August. We're wrapping up with we're playing the Gorbecue. And then we'll go back to doing Law & Order, season 16. Have no fear. I will be there acting like the police and arresting pedophiles and rapists and shit. You know what I'm saying? People worry about me playing the cop. I'm like, look, at least I'm arresting pedophiles and rapists. They don't even like them in prison.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no problem with that. And, you know, out here, you know, doing this cleans my palate. So when I'm ready to go back in and act, and, you know, people get it confused. They're like musicians, actors. All of us are just entertainers. All of us at the end of the day. And if anybody got a chance to be in a movie, we do it because that's what we do. It's just it spans what we do. So the TV segment is Law & Order will come back. We start back filming early September, season 16. Will there be a season 17? I don't know. That's why Body Count is on tour. Okay? And that was TV. Hey, this is Final Level Podcast number 14. Mickey, you seen any good movies? We went to the movies.
Yeah, we went to movies. I checked out Planet of the Apes. My man Caesar
Y'all
had
seen that, Dawn?
Yeah, Caesar had a little son. We looked just like my Universal brother too, man.
Al P.
The baby looked just like my little man, Al P.
Have you ever did you see the first, the newer Planet of the Apes?
No, I haven't gotten to see it.
You got to see
saw it.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
It's really, really good, and it's dope. They got this ill little monkey named Caesar.
Caesar, he
yeah.
ain't ugly. He cool too, like a real dude, B.
Yeah.
All of us are fucking mammals anyway. That's one of us. I told him he had a baby by one of them.
Yeah, so we went and saw it. We had a good time, you know what I'm saying, watching Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I would advise you to see the first one so you know what's going on. This ain't the old makes, like the old apes from the real Planet of the Apes, where people stand up and they got people with monkey heads.
Yeah.
This is like some CGI pimp shit. Like these motherfuckers look real. Like the silverbacks look real, and the orangutans look real. It's kind of dope, and we enjoyed it. So Final Level Podcast gives that a thumbs up. That's a Final Level Twitter gang approved. Go see
Planet of the Apes.
Dawn, nigga, it's the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
I shorten
Nah,
it
but
up.
if you put Planet of the Apes, if they go see it, they gonna end up seeing
ain't
that
the new
old
one.
shit with
That
Cornelius.
ain't the new one.
It's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, see, you brought backup. I see Lil Ice is in the building too.
Yeah, Lil Ice is here. He found him a little Texas cowboy hat. Now he thinks he's Chapo. I told him Chapo got killers still looking for his ass, so you can claim that gangster if you choose. But that's what's happening. And that was movies. Go see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Mickey.
Planet of the Apes.
With the guest appearance by Little Mickey as the baby monkey. Okay, this is Final Level Podcast 14, and it's music. In this music segment will be brought to you by the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival. Sitting with us today, we have Ill Niño, a band that seems to be multicultural, coming from every Latin corner of the globe. And then we got our friends, you know, Upon a Burning Body, who the first day I realized these motherfuckers was crazy. So now we're going to interview each other. Let's start with Danny from Upon a Burning Body. Can you tell us a little bit about the band?
Well, we're from San Antonio, and we just all started originally from separate bands, and they weren't working out. We did this for fun. We hit our first show, and people went nuts, and we all kind of took a step back and said, "Wow, why don't we just do this then? Because this is already better than anything we've ever done." So we did it, and a couple years later, here we are now.
Now I was asking the guy from Cannibal Corpse, because he left a band. What happened to your other bands when you guys all left? How did they feel about that? And
we just didn't even look back.
Wow.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
There's another band back there saying, I used to have a lead singer, but I used to have a guitar player.
No, we're still friends with everybody. They understood,
cool.
and they were, they all support us, and they're proud of what we did, what we've done.
Okay, well, I know you guys, you had the same producer as I did on the Body Count album, Will Putney.
Right.
This is your third album?
Coming out the third, August 12th, The World Is My Enemy Now.
The World Is Your Enemy Now. Yeah. The whole world, even me?
No, you're safe.
I'm safe.
Maybe I'm safe with you.
You know what it is? It's like, when I deal with bands, every band has kind of like a philosophy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with death metal, they might be trying to scare you. What's Upon a Burning Body's overall philosophy?
I think it's just realism, it's just real raw emotion in places that I've been and places that you don't want to be in, that when you do go through them, your way out is expressing them however best you can. And our way of expressing it is through music, and the things that I say on the record are the reality of the bad places that I've been in the last, couple years. And then the band comes into play, and we've all been through some hardships and really bad times, so everything that I say in the record is just real, and that's what's so special about this record, is we're able to showcase that. Before it was kind of movie themes, and we played off that stuff and kind of got our foot in the door that way, but this one is just
it's personal
stamp of realism. Yeah,
it's personal, and I noticed that you guys really represent where you're from. Is that a big part of letting everybody know what Texas is happening?
It's a big deal for us. I mean, I think a major key player in that, influencing us to do that, was Pantera. They said where they were from to the max, and the way they laid it down was larger than life. So we grew up with them and listening to them, and so when we decided to do what we did, it was just automatic, like second nature to just say this is where we come from and this is the type of people that we represent.
Iceberg. I look at that like the hip hop guys.
I was gonna
doing
say
like
that.
the Terror Squad or you know, Cash Money Millionaire. They want you to know where they from, what clique they are. I think that's pretty dope. Rock is just the same as hip hop, man.
It's
just
very
loud,
hip-hop.
just louder music.
I always tell people, usually a band is a cheerleader for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're a cheerleader for your neighborhood, your community, or a mind bank of people. You promote what they think. But I'm up here in Michigan watching them sing Deep in the Heart of Texas. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. It's insane to see that. I mean, we go to Japan, we go to anywhere, and they do the same. It's
now, your music doesn't sound like Pantera, so what were your influences?
It's a wide range. We go from classic rock to pop rock to the singer-songwriter stuff. I mean, everything just influences us. Anything that has a hook is good to us, you know what I mean? And we use that, and then we just play off of like I said, raw emotion, and the way we feel is the way our music just comes out.
Well, there's a lot of probably Burning Body fans out here on this podcast because we got a lot of listeners, so I know some people are probably freaking out like, he's talking. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to just ask questions because I'm not as familiar. I'm becoming familiar. What do the ropes represent when you come out on your wrist?
Well, we did a little bit of a publicity thing, you know, and people thought
they thought you got kidnapped.
Right. Well, no, we said I was missing, and then they turned it into this big thing, and it became a pretty serious issue. People calling the cops where we're from and stuff like that, and it became a thing. And so you know what? Then everybody now hates, you know, what we did and whatever, and they're blaming me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna come out with ropes on my hand and just make it even further. So.
They don't hate you. They hate you because you fooled them. You know, you had it. They love it. This is all at the end of the day entertainment.
That's what I thought it was.
What would have hurt them if something really had to happen to you? Right. So you cried wolf once. So when you do get kidnapped, that's when you're gonna feel it. Fuck him. He's playing with us. That didn't happen.
We were hoping that it was a hoax because we love this band. We love these kids. They've actually opened up for us, but back in the day when they were just a young band.
Right.
And we're just happy that he was alive.
So you thought it was real?
Well, I was nervous about it. You know, Christian actually even tried calling him.
For a moment, it was real. I even left a message on his cell phone. Was like, yo, man, because in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, they're from Texas. There's some gangsters in Texas. It could get
it can get
hairy, a lot of
right?
Latinos over there that can get pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I know that the content in the Upon a Burning Body music had a lot to do with the streets of Texas, the area of Texas. For a moment, to
y'all
be
real
honest
close
with
to
you,
them
for a moment,
cartels down there. You know, you
I thought
cross
some
that
gangsters
line
were
real
like,
easy.
you know what, they shouldn't be talking about this, or maybe they disliked one of the lyrics or something.
It can happen.
But I was glad to hear that you were right.
Yeah, no, we were celebrating.
No. It's, you know what? The name of the record was made, and we wanted to do this thing, you know, kind of thing to help promote it.
It did, but you can only fake a death once.
You know, it's kind of
second time, you know, nobody ain't looking for you. It's fucked up. But you know, like talking about the lyrics, I always had to be cautious in my music, especially with the gangster rap, that I didn't dry snitch on somebody or say somebody or use a name or get too close to the truth. Right. Because you're dealing with real shit.
Yeah.
You know, even giving away game, like how things are done. Somebody be like, yo, man, we're still eating off that.
Well, you see that happen to Donald Goins. The books he used to write, they actually came in his house and shot him.
Yeah.
Because he was putting a lot of the game that was happening on the streets, and they didn't appreciate it.
You got to tread lightly, especially if you're dealing with real shit. You got to know what, you know, you got to, hey, we're banned. This is what it is, you know. But, God bless you here.
Yeah, thank you.
And stuff. And then right next to him, we got Ill Niño. Now, you know, how do I find about you guys? I hear you screaming and shit while I'm running around, and all of a sudden my son's like, I'm drinking with him. You know? So
that's impossible. We don't drink, man.
Yeah. Well, my son's mom's is Mexican, so he's black and Mexican, so he can't go to jail. He can't go to jail because he can't. What cars is gonna be with? You know what I'm saying? In jail, the Mexicans and blacks can't fuck with each other, so he's fucked. So that's why I'm gonna keep him out of prison. That's enough, you know. But you know, tell us a little bit about the philosophy and, you know, the makeup of your band.
We're a multicultural band. You could call us Latin metal or culture metal, I suppose. and we blend a lot of native rhythms and native guitar strumming and stuff like that.
You got a percussionist up there with you, right?
Yeah. We got a badass percussionist. Yeah.
That's what I say. You got congas and all kinds of shit.
It's a lot of cool rhythmic stuff. You know, it comes from all over the world. It's not necessarily just a one-way Latin thing. It's a little bit of South American tribal jungle kind of groove.
Right.
A little bit of Caribbean aggressive conga flavor.
Right.
And some flamenco guitar strumming, which Diego is. He's pretty badass.
Flamingo.
Turned into the flamingo guy.
So does
He's the flamingo
dance up there?
He's the flamingo guy.
I might tap my toe a little bit, but that's as far as it goes.
Work.
No, man.
That's that most pimped out dance in the history of the world.
That's how babies are made.
The flamingo, man. You can't do that. You can tango, but you can't do the flamingo. That's that shit.
No, but we hit it with all rhythms from Afro-Cuban to Dominican merengue to Puerto Rican salsa rhythms. We sneak them in there, and people. It's like heavy metal you can dance to.
But you know what? One of the things I've always come with my music is, especially Body Count, is them trying to give it a name. Like, is it metal? Are we punk? Are we New York hardcore?
You guys are just Body Count, man.
Yeah, and that's why I like to leave it, because if I feel like going off on a funk tangent, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to be locked into where I'm like, okay, everything got to go chung 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 chung. And metal is going in a lot of different directions. I mean, is corn metal? No, corn is like funk.
Yeah.
So I think those names kind of throw us off.
There's too many subgenres of everything. It's music.
It's music.
Yeah. I mean, we always kept one foot in the underground and one foot in the world to survive. You know, because we also enjoy radio music. You know, we like rhythms and melodies.
Right.
So, we made it accessible for us early on in our career so that we can be more universal.
Well, a lot of metal to me is like an aggression soundtrack. It's just you don't really need to hear the words. It's just music to slam into each other. It's like if you were watching Transformers. It's just music for the fight scene, And being a lyricist, you're gonna be like, okay, this is good, but I want to say something. And I got a chance to work with Slayer, and Tommy from Slayer, where he said to me, well, Ice, if I can't hear what you're saying, how can I hear what you're saying?
Right.
Right? And I'm sure you got something to say.
And that's coming from a Latino, too.
Yeah.
People don't know that half of Slayer was Latino, Cuban and Chilean.
Well, people don't know Slash is black.
Yeah.
So, right? So people they get twisted. They don't know who's who or what's what. And that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's music. And, we're all out here together.
Yeah, but we'd like to see a little bit more color. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of brothers out there trying to get their groove on, and they're held back by it, and we're trying to break those boundaries so that people can do the music they choose and not be judged.
Well, this is what I found out, though. Would you agree on this? I think fans are far more polarized than the artists.
Absolutely, I agree. I think the irony of it all is that in the metal community, the fans are polarized, but the actual musicians listen to all styles of music.
Right.
And they don't the Cannibal Corpse guys listening to Barry White.
Right.
You know what
I'm saying? And they don't know that. And so I went out on Lollapalooza back in the day.
I was there. I saw that.
With Butthole Surfers, Rollins Bands, 9 Inch Nails, and
Jay's Addiction.
And when just a simple picture with another band lets the fans go, well, I can like that. I didn't know. We were on Metallica's bus. They listening to NWA. Right. So, Kurt Hammett said that one of my songs, Take It Personal, was the riff he used to make Enter Sandman. Right? So
and you didn't beat him down right there?
No,
you didn't ask him for your cut.
I just took it as a compliment. He flipped it, but just even admitting it changes the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that I think all of us as musicians are listening to everything, trying to get more inspiration. If you do metal and all you do is listen to metal, you're done.
You won't get too far.
You're done. And
it's like painting with only one color.
Huh?
It's like painting with only one color. How much are you gonna get out onto the canvas?
I'll tell you a quick story. We were when we had first got ready to come out, Ernie had hooked up with this guy. I won't say his name, and he was like, "Look, I got a band I want y'all to listen to. We want to open for you guys." So we're like, all right, so me, I'm like, who's gonna open for us? Fuck that, I didn't know any bands and shit. And we did the interview, and the kid yells and jumps in the air, and we took him on tour, and we did a show in New York at the Hammerstein. What was it? We did a big show at Onyx, and it was Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know, Zach and them had just started. I was like, you know, what the fuck is this? You know, bullet in the head. They hadn't put an album out, so they had some rough shit. But I'm like, this shit is funky and shit. And you know, he was like MCing and yelling and jumping, and you know, and Tom Morello, his mother was like the head of some rock coalition shit. And I think Tom went to Harvard or something. It was like a weird connection, but that's how it happens. And I was like, yo, these dudes is dope, and they turned out legendary. Okay, so we got Ill Niño here, not El Niño, Ill motherfucking Niño here, and we've got Upon a Burning Body. I'm waiting to burn a body while we're out here on tour. Eventually, we're gonna get to that, but we're just out here letting y'all know that all this music comes from the same place, the heart and the soul, and don't put so many labels on it. You know, have the courage. What I try to teach with my set is courage. Right. Courage. Just have the courage to say, this is me, man. Fuck you. Right. And if you got a problem with it, what I like, fuck you. I don't need you as a friend. Just do you. Don't do me. Do you. As soon as I catch you doing me, I don't even like you no more. You know, do you. Real motherfuckers respect honesty.
Yeah.
Period. And that was music. Yo, this is Final Level Podcast number 14 with Ill Niño Upon a Burning Body. We got the realest motherfuckers here off the Mayhem Fest, and this segment is philosophy. Now, I do the philosophy segment on my Twitter page, which is at Final Level, and I call it the Daily Game, and here's one that went over big. You'll become productive as soon as you realize no one wants to hear your sob story, because everybody has one. And I think that people want to just tell you their problem, oh, this is that, and that's not going to get it. Every human being has a sob story. Get over that and move. And as long as you think that that's going to give you an advantage, no one gives a fuck about your sob story. I'll give you a quick story. I went to this meeting with this guy, a CEO, and he had a picture of a car, and he said, "Ice, look at that car." And I came back. He said, "What kind of car? What do you know about that picture?" I said, "That was a Rambler." That's it? And yeah, he said, "I lived in that car for 2 years before I started this company." What did he tell me? He told me, "I don't want to hear your fucking sob stories. Let's cut to the business." And you know what I'm saying? Because we all got them. Yeah. And I think people have to understand that no one gives a fuck. Because whatever you think happened to you, somebody's been through way. How you feel about that?
I absolutely agree. I would call it almost having excuses. You can have an excuse or not.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear their problems because I got my own problems. I got 10 kids, bro. 5 boys and 5 girls. You think I want to hear about your 2 little children? I don't.
Hey, we got people in prison. Everybody's going through it, you know? And, you know, I think that's just the philosophy for today. Get over your sob story, get over your problem, and then you'll be able to become progressive.
You know what's ironic? We're out here and our crew does a great job, but let's be honest. It's it's very fast that a crew member may have a sob story if you ask, why wasn't the guitar in tune when you handed it to me? Man, I had a bad day. My mom called me, my girl, she's not happy, this and that, you know, so.
Well, my boys know when I give them something, I want the results, not the journey. If I say go get me these glasses, just get me the glasses. Don't tell me on the way there I had a flat tire, and then this bitch tried to rape me, and then that, and it fell, and I broke. I had to go get you a new pair. The question is, did they make it to me? That's all. I don't care about that journey, you know. And what you say, we bring results.
Bring results, not excuses.
So I don't want to hear your sob story. I got a son right here, and I got grandkids, and I got issues of my own. I ain't got nothing for you, man. That's no grandkids by Ice. That's another sob story that I hope doesn't occur out here on this fucking tour. No? Okay. And that was philosophy. Yeah, okay, this segment is on the Final Level Podcast number 14. This is favorite. It's called I'm Not a Hater, but I Hate Shit. Okay? We know hating is being envious of other people. This is something that I fucking hate. I hate fucking cell phone batteries, okay? I mean, especially iPhone batteries.
My
shit just died too.
Yeah, you spend your whole day with your shit stuck to some fucking wall some goddamn where. Now, I didn't carry a phone for a long time. What is the problem with them not being able to make a cell phone battery? What part of the game is that?
I guess they want you to buy more batteries or a new phone.
Do your phones run out?
All the time.
Every fucking second.
And the iPhones, you can't even change the battery.
Oh, then my man got game. Turn off the apps.
Yeah, you gotta turn off the apps. The apps are sucking all the
That
juice.
helps.
But what good is the fucking apps if it's turned off?
That takes another 5-minute life for the battery.
I'm carrying I got a phone, then I got a big extra battery hanging off the end of it. That shit, I might as well have been back to my old banana phone back in the day.
See, I think they get them when the new phone comes out. That's what I hate about it. Is because your phone works flawless when the new shit comes out, and then here comes the the iPhone whatever
10.
And then it's like, oh cool, now all of a sudden my shit lasts half the day, when just yesterday before this motherfucker dropped, it was
think it's
all
a bug.
day.
It's a conspiracy.
So do it on
I like
purpose.
engineering.
So what, then you gotta go buy the new shit because everybody wants
Right, they
the
got
new
a
shit.
10 hour
And they got a new plug to the fucking. You can't even plug the old goddamn charger in. They getting money on the chargers. Apple, you are the devil. You and Starbucks are trying to take over the motherfucking world. We know it.
And we're still gonna buy it.
And we're still
They
gonna
got us
buy
hooked. I was
it.
gonna say, and they
They're
got us
gonna buy
hooked.
it.
They got us hooked. But you know what? That's an Android user's holy grail is I could change the battery on my phone. Ha 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 ha.
So, my thing is that, they got us all. Now they want you to almost. The phone is like glued to your fucking hand nowadays. I don't carry one. I don't have mine on me. I'm old school. I miss the days where you would go home and hit the answering machine. See who called, then just delete all. Ain't nobody calling with no money. And I don't feel no one has to. I got managers and shit, so I don't feel anyone needs to reach me. It ain't the old days when niggas is like, yo, come get me, I'm on the corner, I got a bag of money, scoop me, son, hurry. That's over. I'm not getting no 2 o'clock. Anybody calls me after midnight, you better be bleeding. Right. You better be bleeding.
Well, that's why they made texting now, because it's like, how funny is it that somebody calls you and it's like, yo, and then it's like, yo, what are you doing? Nothing. What you want? Like, if you're not texting, it's like, yeah,
Text
what the
me.
fuck?
Why
I'm
you
on tour.
calling? I'm in Connecticut, you motherfucker. You're in Detroit. Fuck do you care what I'm doing? You lonely? I'm not your sidekick. Get a bitch.
Don't call me with your sob story.
Don't call me with your loneliness, man. Get a bitch for that. Get a girl, man. She'll listen to that shit because they want you to listen to her.
Yeah.
Oh, women, man.
Well, you see, it's easy to not have your phone when you got your lady with you.
Yeah,
See,
that's true.
I'm married, and
You miss your woman?
I miss my woman.
I respect
terribly,
that.
you know?
I respect that. That's why I got my phone, because Coco went away. She was in Vegas, and I used to keep my phone in my car, and I had to start carrying it because I wanted. I respect that player.
Yeah.
A real player respects true love. That's
Right
all
on, brother. Thank
we
you.
understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell players, we done jumped on another tangent. I'm like, explain the position of the woman you're with. If it's just some chick, say it's some chick. If it's your woman, say that's my woman.
That's
and
right.
everyone understands what that means.
Yep.
And motherfuckers treat her with respect. But if you come in and you don't give her that, don't say that,
Right.
and then people are disrespectful. Well, that was your fault because you didn't put it
That's
down.
right.
That's my woman. That's my baby's mom's, y'all. Okay, I got you, baby. How are you? How are you? You thirsty? We all know you can die behind that shit, fucking with somebody's woman. Okay, we're not a hater, but we hate cell phone batteries because we got to talk to our motherfucking wives, okay? We're soft guys out here on tour. And that was I'm not a hater, but I hate shit. Okay, so we're coming live from Mayhem Fest with Ill Niño and Upon a Burning Body, just a couple of the bands that we're out here with. Started off, Ill Niño, tell everybody where they can get in touch with your music.
July 22nd, new record drops, record number 7 for us. We've been around for a while now, Till Death La Familia. It's a little tribute to the familia that has kept us alive, throughout the world, still doing this thing. And also a little play on, we took it to another level and did a whole gangster thing.
That's right.
And, give it a little theme for, to represent these stories of malicious intent. But at the same time, it's a tribute to the family out there. Till Death La Familia, July 22nd.
Websites, Twitter pages.
IllNino.com, ILLNINO.com.
Official Ill Niño, the Twitter.
Okay.
Also Ill Niño Official Instagram, and Facebook is just Ill Niño, ILLNINO.
I advise everybody to get involved with this band. The band has been around. They know what they're doing. They sound great, and elevate your game, elevate your musical catalog with a little El Nino. You won't be sorry. And Upon a Burning Body, plug time.
Record's coming out August 12th. It's called The World Is My Enemy now. It's our third record on Sumerian Records, and Facebook.com/Upon a Burning Body. Instagram is Upon a Burning Body Official, and Twitter is UABB in all caps.
UABB. Yeah. So I'm out here on a tour bus. I've been getting a chance to look at the bottom of some porta potties, seeing different flavors and different colors of shit. This is what I miss. This is what I live for. This is what I love. It's Final Level Podcast, and I'm out of here like I sold.
You know what?
Something.
One more thing, brother.
What?
I must give you props because I admire and love what you do for your bros, and in turn, people like us who are brown in this industry you open up boundaries for us. Here we are Upon a Burning Body, Ill Niño, and heavy metal has gotten a little bit
funky,
more colorful.
Keep it funky, man. We gonna keep.
And I give you props for what you do, brother, because I appreciate it. Open up boundaries for us all.
That's how I get there, man. I don't see color, man. I just see cool people and dumb fucks.
That's right.
That's all I see. You know what I'm saying? I judge a devil by his deeds. I don't look at people's skin color and determine whether they're going to be cool with me. I got a rhyme where I say, I don't hate white people. It's a well-known fact. All of my homies got killed by blacks. You did?
Right.
So I check everyone out and look in their eyes and figure out if they friend or foe. But obviously you a friend.
In this genre, brother,
yeah.
It's nice that you open up and pave some ways to make people look at us the same way
you
see people.
We are, baby. We all musicians.
That's the way to do it, brother. I appreciate it.
We all musicians. You dig what I'm saying? And we all
Absolutely,
stop stealing, except for me. I'm out.
That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.